So with everything we know about the Riot MMO, let's react to it.
I'm gonna take this one real serious. This is an important video.
Yes,
we're
indeed,
not gonna
man.
get too wild this time. You know, that's pretty mild intro
Like
there.
it's pretty much confirmed that they are working on it, but yeah, back in the day it was just speculation.
Compared to normal. Let's talk about this Riot MMO. Everything that's known about it. Compiled a huge document. You guys are gonna love it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I
I'm
hope so, man.
excited. I'm Tom Hanks. I'll be the narrator, and let's toast MMO's returning to glory. Bam.
Okay, can we get into it? He's taking his time.
Ah, that's good. Put the R thing up there and let's go.
Nice intro for a beginner.
In the last couple of weeks, I've compiled a huge 93-page document of all the currently known or speculative information about Riot's upcoming
Okay,
MMO.
he's quite informed.
In this video, I will share the information that I found to be the most definitive and or interesting. If you want to see the entire list of information, click the link in the description to get the full document.
Okay.
First, let's talk about the information that seems to be the most confirmed of all the information. Now, this early in development, nothing can truly be considered confirmed, but this is information that seems very possible to be confirmed in the very near future. First, the announcement that they're indeed making an MMO. Second, we have clarification that it is indeed an MMORPG.
Thank God. Not just in a half-ass game, man.
Third, the name is not likely to be World of Runeterra. Next, we have indications that this game is in early development based on the LinkedIn post by the technical director and this tweet from Mark Yetter, the game director.
Like, I just hope that it's just not another WoW clone.
We find out that most senior roles were filled July of 2021. This might mean that full production might start sometime in 2022, but that is just a guess on my part. Next, there have been many posts from Ghostcaller, the lead of the project, that suggest they very much want to be a beginner/casual friendly MMO. Next up, they will not...
Yeah, but there should be something for the endgame grinders, or they will quit the game. Like this shit that happened with New World, I guess, and...
Release the game if it is not good. They are not under pressure to meet any timelines and will take the time needed to make a great MMO. Next, they will be getting feedback from the community via playtesting fairly early on. So we could expect to see some alpha testing for the public potentially, is my guess. I am sure there will be limited spots, of course, but this is all speculation.
Yeah, probably all the big YouTubers are on it, and we are just looking at them on how they play that shit.
It is great to see them wanting to thoroughly test this game.
We just watch them.
Next, Ghostcrawler did confirm PvP will be in the game.
Yes.
Next, it seems
it's important. They need to have a healthy balance with all these modes, and it's hard to make an MMORPG with doing everything right. Like most MMOs can do one or two things right, but they either but when they suck it with another aspect, then that's a sad thing.
Very likely to have raids, and it will have dungeons. Next, I think based on the job postings and one Ghostcrawler post on MMOs being stuck in the past a bit when it comes to combat, I think this game will have action combat. Maybe a bit early to put this in the confirmed category, but when the title of the job post is for an action combat designer, I tend to think it is very likely to have action combat.
Yes, I hope so. Maybe even a mixture between tap, target, and action combat, so some spells are just instant, you can tap them, and some target some spells need to be used for as skill shots, I guess. Like most of the skills should be skill shots. I think that's pretty important. Like this also could capture some of the League of Legends energy, but I hope in a positive way.
This is probably too early to say confirmed about, but I think, again, based on the job postings and many references to Unreal Engine, that this game will very likely be developed with Unreal Engine.
Unreal Engine 5
also basically confirmed that they will use a Holy Trinity, and fishing is confirmed. Finally, they confirmed that the plan is for updates on the project in 22, but of course, that is subject to change. That is all the information I felt okay with putting in the confirmed category. Next, I want to talk about the information that is more speculative, but that I found interesting. I think based on this post that the camera's perspective is likely to be the standard third-person perspective, just like most MMOs. They seem to be leaning towards less character customization in order to have an easier time with balance. They seem to be leaning towards a group size of 6.
Nice.
They seem to be developing this game with guides and content creators in mind. Making randomized encounters with bosses could be one way to reduce the amount of guides that are available, for instance. On the discussion of innovation versus sticking with the status quo, I honestly think they might just stick to a fairly standard experience that we have seen in other popular MMOs.
Just stick to the standard experience and maybe add some innovation to it, like
in the standard Riot way.
You can build it up from there, man. It's possible.
Doing it better than others, more polished essentially. They may innovate some,
I hope so,
but I think they don't try to break the mold here. Another interesting thing I saw was Ghostcrawler saying that the lead rewards designer role was very important. Not sure exactly what this means, but my guess is they want even the more casual players to feel rewarded as they play through the game. They seem to believe leaning towards no ratios, which again is potentially an attempt to make balance easier and let players choose their raids purely on aesthetics. They seem to want to make the game playable on low specs machines, which makes sense since they're aiming for a wide audience.
Like every Riot game, Riot Games makes it. It's basically for low spec. You can play Valorant, League, Legends of Runeterra, I guess, on low spec with ease. It's no problem. But it also can look great. Like even though it doesn't draw so much power from a PC, it still looks decent, like
this game. They may have scaled down or no talent trees in the game. One of the job postings referenced a verb ecosystem, which could be referencing a combo field system similar to what Guild Wars 2 used. And finally, they opened an office in Seattle and did confirm they will be hiring for the MMO in that office, which could mean some old ArenaNet devs on this team eventually. Next, I want to get into my
sadly, I don't live in this area, man. I live in Europe. That's it.
Personal speculation.
We'll try to instantly apply for that.
Basically, what I think this game is, after compiling all this information and researching this game as much as is possible this early in development, I think they don't try to break the mold. Some innovation, but nothing drastic. Cartoony graphics, third-person camera, competitive PvE and PvP, more theme park than sandbox. In 2021, they finished hiring.
I was never a big fan of this sandbox MMORPG experience. They tried to make it like, the player controls the world, but it ends up getting boring. It was supposed to be, the players create their own history. Until now, only one game managed to do that, and that game was Foxhole. And that's not even an MMORPG, it's a war game, man.
I think 2022 is probably when production actually gets going in high gear. This could mean an info dump in late 2022, maybe some alpha gameplay in late 24, beta in late 25, and release in early 2026.
My voice
being able to be on the fast end of the 4 to 8 year MMO dev cycle, since they can hire fast and appear to be using Unreal Engine, which will cut down on the amount of development time. 6-man group size seems pretty likely. I think they go heavy into action combat. Dynamic combat with some form of a combo field system similar to Guild Wars 2. In many ways, this game could look a lot like WildStar with similar combat.
WildStar. It was a great game, but some things in WildStar went bad good. It was too tryhard, so people quit it, and the PvP was horrendous. You couldn't see shit where shit went, and I hope but it will be a much better and more casual-friendly WildStar, I guess.
Graphics, but this game will very much appeal to casuals and not be a niche product, and it has an extremely popular IP behind. I think this becomes the top MMO after launch, since that is what they're aiming for, and since Riot has a long history of releasing blockbuster games. They have the top MOBA, the top auto battler, one of the top FPS games. They don't release duds, and most every game is a hit. They design games from the ground up to appeal to the most people possible and become mainstream.
It's like the new Blizzard. Like back in the day, Blizzard always released polished games. They were great. I never experienced any bug with the Blizzard games back in the day. And now I think it's time for Riot Games to show their skills.
Aim to be a niche game in a genre. I think they
I'm
most
done with
likely
Blizzard,
have the Holy Trinity and a competitive rating.
Was a huge WoW fan.
Competitive PvP, I'm less sure of, but I think a competitive arena system is pretty likely. I
must
think
be. This is a must-have. We need this competitive PvP try-hard community, I guess. This is something which keeps an MMO alive. We need both sections here. Those are the tryhards, those are the role players, those are the normal players, the casual players, those who are the PvE endgame raiders. And it's just fun. Those are the all-rounders. Like, so many different groups of people in one game is what I loved about WoW, man.
It is an open world PvP. Not sure this game will have much of that, given Greg's history on that, and given he wants to appeal to the masses. Many do not want open world PvP, although some of us, myself included, absolutely love it. I think they may have less customization than a lot
Depends
of
on how you do it.
in order to have a better balance.
Yeah, the thing with customization is that if you have like, how should I say it, a specific set for each class, this is shit which doesn't need to be rendered that much in like massive battles with hundreds of players. I think that's something they want to aim for. It would be insane.
No talent trees, no racials, etc.
But yeah, let's see.
I will have a link to this document in
Still
the
a long
video
time.
description. In the future, if we get enough new information to do an update video, I will. But in the meantime, I'll collect any new information I come across in my brand new Discord server. Also, follow my new subreddit and Twitter. Guys, I'm Teddy Roosevelt. I hope you enjoyed this video. Got a really special song lined up to take us out. It's called The Sound of Silence. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, darkness.
Oh my god. No.
It's my old friend.
Okay, we're done. Go subscribe to Ryve Genesis. I put the link in the description. He's quite new on YouTube, even has less subscribers than me, but Asmongold has already reacted to him, and this is how I found this video. It was insane. Like, I thought, damn, he knows this shit, I'm gonna react to it, and it would be nice if you could support him, like, finally. Someone smaller than me, this feels kind of cool, man. Okay, thank you for watching, thank you for holding out till this point, and I would appreciate a like and sub. So I'm gonna do more of this reaction stuff. I'm gonna make more content about like everything, man. It's insane, gaming stuff in general. And yeah, thank you for watching. I see you next time. Wafer out.